Hi there, beautiful soul. Before we get started tonight, I want to pause for a moment and tell you something from my heart. I am so deeply grateful you're here. Whether this is your very first time listening, or you've been with me for a few episodes now, thank you. Thank you for letting me into your world. Thank you for trusting me to guide you into rest. Even though Out Like a Light is still small, I want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm here for every single one of you. And I'm dedicated to helping you feel safe, seen, and soothed as you drift into the sleep you deserve. You are not alone, and this space was made just for you. I know how powerful it can be to hear a loving, steady voice at the end of the day, especially for those of us in the LGBTQ+ community who haven't always had that kind of comfort. So, if this podcast has brought you peace, even a little, I would be honored if you'd share it with someone else who might need it, a friend, a partner, a sibling, or anyone who needs a little warmth before bed. Let's grow this quiet corner of the world together. I'd also like to give credit to tonight's soothing sounds, created by Yellow Tree and Vera Miller. Thank you for allowing me to use your gift of creativity. Tonight's episode is all about the gentle power of introspection and memory. We'll begin with a calming meditation to help you reconnect with your inner self. And I have to say, this is one of my favorites so far. After that, we'll follow a woman as she uncovers a secret chapter of her grandmother's life, one filled with tenderness, truth, and love that dared to bloom in silence. So, snuggle in, my friend. You are safe here. You are loved. You are enough. Now, let's get cozy. Before we begin our story, let's tuck you in. Start by settling in. Find a position that feels just right, soft and supported. Whether you're lying down or curled up beneath the covers, gently let your eyes close. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Let it be easy. Now, let's go inward. Tonight, I invite you to imagine yourself sitting inside a quiet, sacred space within your heart. There are no walls here, just warmth, just light. This is the home of your inner self, the true, untouched part of you that has always been there, waiting patiently for your attention. With each breath, feel yourself drawing closer to it. Breathe in and gently exhale. With every out-breath, let go of the outer world, the noise, the expectations, the roles you play. Let it all fall away like autumn leaves drifting into the earth. In this moment, there is nothing to prove, nothing to fix. You are already whole. Feel into that wholeness. Feel the quiet strength of your heart. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath. An ancient lullaby written just for you. As your body continues to unwind, bring to mind an image of your inner self. Not how you look, but how you feel. The part of you that dreams, that hopes, that loves. What color is it? What texture? What temperature? Be curious. Be kind. If emotions arise, let them. They are visitors here, not burdens. Everything you feel is welcome here. Now, if it feels okay, place a hand on your heart and silently say, I see you. I hear you. I love you. Let those words echo gently, like ripples in a pond. This is your truth. This is your anchor. And as you rest in this place, know that you can return here whenever you need to. This inner sanctuary is yours. No one can take it from you. No one needs to understand it but you. Breathe in and out. You are safe. You are seen. You are whole. Now, let's begin our story. When Harper stepped into her grandmother's house for the first time since the funeral, it smelled exactly the way she remembered. Warm cedar, faded perfume, and the faintest hint of something baked into the wooden floorboards, like cardamom or cinnamon. The air was quiet and heavy with memory. She hadn't planned to stay long, just to check the locks, collect the mail, and maybe box up a few of the knickknacks. But the house had other ideas. Sunlight filtered through the lace curtains in the sitting room, turning dust into golden fireflies. The old clock still ticked, a stubborn heartbeat against the hush. And in that stillness, Harper felt something stir. Not grief exactly, but curiosity, as though the house was holding its breath, waiting to be known again. She wandered room to room, letting her fingers brush worn surfaces, wood, brass, velvet, everything in its place, like her grandmother had just stepped out for a moment. But it was the attic that called to her. It had always been off limits when she was a little girl, the door shut tight with a stubborn brass latch. But today, it gave away with a sigh, revealing a narrow staircase dusted with cobwebs and time. Up she went, ducking under beams, her breath rising in little clouds. The attic was dim, but she saw it. An old trunk tucked beneath the eaves. She opened it slowly. Inside were letters, bundles of them tied with twine. The paper was delicate, the ink slightly faded, but the handwriting was unmistakably her grandmother's, and the names were all signed by someone named E. She sat down cross-legged on the floor, the trunk before her, the house breathing quietly around her. She opened the first letter and began to read. It was not addressed to a man. It was not a diary. It was a love letter. One by one, the letters told a story of secret meetings, garden walks, and midnight dances in bare feet. They spoke of longing and quiet touches beneath starlit porches, of hiding, of dreaming, of daring to feel joy in a world that refused to understand. Eleanor and Evelyn. That was their story. They had met in college, fallen in love, and then had been pulled apart by time, family, war, and fear. But they had kept writing. Over decades, even after marriages to men, even after children, even after Evelyn had moved to another country. And still, they wrote. Harper read for hours, the afternoon light tilting into twilight. She could almost see them, two young women in pressed skirts and cardigans, stealing glances in libraries, fingertips brushing over piano keys. The letters were full of quiet defiance and tender strength. They never once apologized for the love they carried. Even when they couldn't live it aloud, they honored it in ink, in memory, in a kind of sacred silence. When Harper came across the last letter, she felt tears warm her cheeks. It was dated just 2 months before her grandmother passed. It read, My dearest E, if there is a world after this one, I hope it is kinder to people like us. I hope we'll walk freely there, hand in hand. I will meet you beneath the old cherry tree, as we once promised. Until then, I carry you always. Yours always, L. There was no signature, just that initial. Harper closed the lid of the trunk and sat quietly in the attic. the story of her grandmother now stitched into her own heart. She didn't need to share it. It wasn't for the world. It was for her. And maybe, one day, for someone she might love too. In that attic, surrounded by silence and truth, Harper felt something settle inside her. She was part of a long, quiet legacy of love. And that night, as she tucked herself into the guest bed beneath her grandmother's quilt, Harper dreamed of cherry trees, secret letters, and a love that endures, even in whispers. Good night, my friend. You are loved just as you are. Sweet dreams.